What is love? It's a question that has echoed through the ages, whispered in the hearts of poets, philosophers, and everyday people. Love is a force, a feeling, a connection that binds us to one another in ways we often can't articulate. It's that spark in your chest when you see someone who makes your heart race, the warmth that envelops you when you hold their hand, the laughter that dances between you like fireflies on a summer night. But love is also a labyrinth, a complex web of emotions that can ensnare us, confuse us, and sometimes even haunt us. Why do we love someone? It's a question that seems simple on the surface but dives deep into the very essence of our being. We love because we crave connection, because we seek understanding in a world that often feels chaotic and isolating. We love because we see something in another person that resonates with us, something that feels familiar, even if we've never met before. It could be their laughter, their kindness, or the way they see the world. We love because we want to share our lives with someone, to build memories, to create a tapestry of experiences that intertwine our stories. But love is not just about the good moments. It's about vulnerability, about opening ourselves up to another person and allowing them to see us in our rawest form. How do we love them? Love is an action, a choice we make every day. It's in the small gestures, the way we listen when they speak, the way we remember their favorite coffee order, the way we hold them when they're feeling low. Love is in the patience we show when they're struggling, the encouragement we offer when they're chasing their dreams, and the forgiveness we extend when mistakes are made. It's about being present, about showing up even when it's hard, about choosing to see the beauty in their flaws. But love can also be a double-edged sword. It can be intoxicating, but it can also be suffocating. Why can love be a nightmare? Because love is not just a fairy tale. It's a journey filled with ups and downs, twists and turns. When we love someone, we open ourselves up to the possibility of pain. We risk our hearts, our trust, and our sense of security. Love can become a nightmare when it turns into obsession, when it morphs into a need that overshadows our own identity. It can become a battleground of expectations, where we find ourselves fighting for validation, for affection, for a sense of belonging. When love is conditional, it can feel like a prison, a place where we're constantly trying to earn approval, where our worth is tied to someone else's perception of us. Why is love often conditional? Because we are human, and we come with our own set of needs, desires, and insecurities. We often love with strings attached, expecting something in return, whether it's loyalty, affection, or validation. We might say we love unconditionally, but deep down, we often have conditions that dictate our feelings. When those conditions aren't met, we feel hurt, betrayed, and lost. It's easy to fall into the trap of conditional love, to believe that our worth is tied to how well we can meet someone else's expectations. But true love, the kind that transcends the chaos, is about acceptance, about embracing each other's imperfections without the need for change. And yet, even in the midst of love, there's often no peace. Love can be tumultuous, filled with misunderstandings, jealousy, and fear. We may find ourselves caught in a cycle of highs and lows, where one moment we're on top of the world, and the next, we're drowning in doubt. The very act of loving someone can stir up our deepest fears, our insecurities, and our past traumas. We may project our own issues onto our partner, creating a storm that rages within us. Finding peace in love requires us to confront our own demons, to communicate openly, and to cultivate a sense of trust that allows us to be vulnerable without fear of judgment. So, how do we love not to hurt and to be hurt? It starts with self-awareness, with understanding our own needs and boundaries. We must learn to love ourselves first, to recognize our worth outside of someone else's validation. When we love ourselves, we create a solid foundation that allows us to love others without losing ourselves in the process. It's about setting boundaries, about knowing when to step back and take care of our own emotional well-being. Communication is key. We must learn to express our feelings openly and honestly, to share our fears and insecurities without fear of rejection. It's about creating a safe space where both partners can be vulnerable, where love is a refuge rather than a battleground. We must practice empathy, striving to understand our partner's perspective, to see the world through their eyes. And perhaps most importantly, we must learn to forgive. Forgiveness is not about condoning hurtful behavior. It's about freeing ourselves from the chains of resentment. It's about recognizing that we are all flawed, that we all make mistakes, and that love is a journey of growth and understanding. When we can forgive, we create space for healing, for connection, and for a love that is resilient and enduring. In the end, love is a beautiful, messy, complicated thing. It's a journey that requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to grow. It can be a nightmare, but it can also be a sanctuary. It's about finding balance, about navigating the complexities of our emotions, and about choosing to love fiercely, even in the face of uncertainty. Love is not just a feeling, it's a practice, a commitment to ourselves and to each other. And in that commitment lies the potential for something truly extraordinary.